Okay. I think I did this right. I'm so used to Brent taking the controls on these shows that at times when I need to do it, I'm like, am I clicking the right button? I think we're here. We're live. It looks like we've got some people trickling in to watch us.
Okay, let's see. I love you.
Bye.
So, for those that don't know any of us, I'm Bob. We're joined by Sarah, Jamie, Kirk, and Dana and Hector, who are living in the future right now.
Hiding in the basement in the future?
We have a lot of kids. It's the only safe space.
So if anyone's here watching this, say hello. Usually we got some comments.
No, it was
maybe
a quick turnaround. We realized it was going to be 3 weeks in, and we hadn't shown up yet.
Yeah, things happen, and we all get busy. We have personal lives, so we do try to do these, second weekend. But there we go. There's all of our comments. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. So we are here today to talk the first 3 weeks about the park, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between.
And the hopeful.
And the hopeful.
Hopeful for
a great 50th season.
Great 50th season, which kicks off very, very shortly.
Very excited about that.
Oh, what? We got 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
Kicks off on the 29th.
17 days.
Oh, you not counting down at all, are you?
Hey, he can do math today.
I can. It's, yeah.
Just can't work the copier.
So, a lot of changes this season.
We kind of expected it. Kind of, the first year of new management, new anything, they're kind of feeling out how the differences in the processes for everything. And this year, the hammer came down on a lot of things. They made some decisions.
Well, and a lot of those decisions were already in place at Cedar Fair, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I
guess
it's just bringing those processes and systems to all the parks to stay uniform.
Yeah, I think inconsistency is probably the biggest complaint. And it's frustrated. Everyone sees a little bit of changes. Cedar, from what I read, Cedar Point didn't have the smoothest of opening this year either. My experience visiting those parks is they blame everything on Six Flags, and Six Flags blames everything on Cedar Point. But just kind of seeing some consistency, and also like making sure that as frustrating as it is, making sure that when somebody buys a past product, that's kind of how they can keep them relatively cheaper, is that they don't transfer between people. So I think the biggest thing is we've seen a lot of the really verifying the pictures and that they belong to people in all aspects of the park.
And we knew that was coming. I mean, I was, like I mentioned, I was invited out right before the park opened to kind of take a look at how the POS system functions. And from an operation standpoint, it's easy to use.
Last year, we were told unofficially by multiple sources that the capability would be there to see photos at all point of sales.
And I understand the complaint of, like, I'm scanned into the park, so that means I'm here. You don't need to verify my photo. But I know you know and hear of many people scanning in people that are not with them, or using their pass to scan someone else in, and to be able to use those benefits when they are not in the park. So that's another layer of being able to verify that is the person using the pass.
Devil's advocate is their staff at the front needs to be doing their job. If it's somebody who's scanning in who isn't on the pass, that person should say, "Is this you?"
And I believe that last year and even the year before, actually, I mean, for years, they've been really trying to bring the hammer down on that. I think sometimes a 15-year-old gets overwhelmed by people coming back and saying, "Scan me in, I didn't get scanned." But yeah, that's definitely like all of the arms, all of the cogs in the wheel have to work together on that. I mean, and just to summarize, the change is that now in order to use dining or drink benefits, your photo has to be verified. And that means, and that is, they've been really good about verifying. That doesn't necessarily mean that everyone has to navigate the line, but everyone who you're using a dining credit for has to be in the general vicinity to be matched with their picture. I have been told that every food line does meet the ADA requirements as far as width and being able to navigate with a wheelchair. I can't verify it myself, but I've been told that too. So, but grandma doesn't necessarily need to wait in line. Just grandma can sit down and you say, "That's grandma."
Yeah. And I mean, and we've seen it firsthand, in the posts and the comments in the group that this is being enforced, and we talked about and we said that was coming, and it's still a culture shock to quite a few individuals.
It does change. I mean, and I'm sure Hector and Dana and Jamie, those of us who are going around or have, my kids aren't that young anymore, but it does really change the pacing for families. It does definitely change the planning out of how to get meals, because it's not as, now I'm in the chaperone place. It does really change the flow of the park for a lot of people, so it is going to take a lot of getting used to. I will say to anyone who says, "Well, Cedar Point's been doing it that way for years and it works." Cedar Point's customer service doesn't work for me. So I do think that Six Flags has always had, and especially our park has always had like an upper hand as far as taking care of the guest and really thinking of families. And I do not think that Cedar Point, from my terrible experience I had there last summer, I don't think that they have the same mindset. I think a lot of theirs is take it or don't.
As parents who have taken little people to Cedar Point, I can assure you that there is a ton less little people at Cedar Point, because those people go there for thrill rides, thrill capital of the world. They are there for the big coasters. The little coasters, the little kids rides are so minimal there. So when you're there, you're talking probably 15 and older, and that's probably got to be their main source.
Yeah.
Whereas our family our park is really family oriented, and we do have the kids rides, and we're going to be getting, stuff for families, and we have shows in different areas of the park, and families want to see this or families want to see that. So what's being asked of our park logistically is not fair to say, "Oh, well, they do it at Cedar Point," because logistically we're a very, very different place.
100%. I mean, and we are always take the mindset, but well, this is the rule, so we're going to go with the rule. This is the procedure. But we also, like, as much as we will be honest when something, we can be unhappy with it and still be accepting of it, and like work together and strategize going through how to make this work. But hit it on the nose, Dana. Like, this is if we are chain that's looking for families, and I'm thinking of what came in on Mother's Day, families, what came in, like, I think I would hope any ears or eyes on here would really think through that just because it works at an area that isn't really necessarily for families does not mean it will work here. And again, my experience with Cedar Point, I visited one time, and I would not ever want to say, "Oh, they do it and it works," because my experience with their customer service was just horrendous. So, we will all navigate this change together, but also hope that, feedback is a big thing, and just that family voice is heard, as far as the logistics of trying to navigate food lines and navigate just timing of everything so the whole family can enjoy the visit.
Yeah, and especially when you've increased the distance between food, now you not only have impatient kids, you have hungry kids, and have fun. You're the parent trying to handle that, and it's a mess sometimes.
Especially when you have the kid wants something from somewhere, and both parents brought food from somewhere else, but both parents can't stand in line in the one place because one of them has to take the kid to the other place,
or when
and
you
can't get both their meals.
Yeah.
And I can imagine single parents going to be even.
I mean, there was a time when I attended the park with 3 kids under 8.
Yeah.
And that was, they didn't all have their own dining plan, but that was overwhelming. And so I can understand that would be really difficult.
I will say some of the, comments on food and weights and hour lines. I think you may have mentioned it in a post somewhere. The lines are longer too because more people are standing in them because of this change. It doesn't necessarily mean that the wait's going to be an hour, but there are more people standing in line because you have to be there with the pass. So,
yeah, I don't think the order volume is more. I think just the bodies waiting in line are more. And I do remember, does anyone else remember, or maybe it was just Fastlane, where they would actually have a sign that says, I only want one person. It was Fastlane. They used to actually have a sign that said only one person for the party could wait in that line. So yeah, that it's going to adjust. And on the flip side, if we go for something that is a positive change, that paper cup change is just absolutely game changer for me. I do enjoy that.
I do too. Aside from seeming wasteful, it was, I like just getting my cup and being done and tossing it.
Yeah, day one, I walked in and got that paper cup. There's no more bottle.
I got the plus.
I love the paper cup.
Now, for those, I'm going to quick little plug here. We'll get the link posted back on the page again. For those who are kind of worried about the paper cup because it has no lid, well, if you go out to Amazon,
I have some.
They sell these lovely silicone lids, and we can thank. I think her name is Latrina. Bert.
You should meet her.
Wait, is that the lady that's always trying to find me?
You should run.
Should I hide from her?
Yeah.
No, she's safe. She's a safe person.
Okay, Latrina.
I don't know about that.
Thank you for these. The idea of these, we will put your link out there, but these do fit on the paper cups. There is a straw holder in there too if you wanted to bring a reusable straw.
I have the straws that she suggested too. They're like straws that go into a little keychain. It's in an Amazon box over here, but really nice, and you can just rinse them off in a bathroom. I did see it fit on her cup. It's a perfect pairing. I don't know if I get fewer beverages when it's actually a small cup. It's not. I did start to see refill stations be open. That's also very quick. And I think the smaller cup is just right for me. I've had a couple battles with ices early on, and it's just yes, that's what plus means. I can get the icy, and they have to be assured that they can put an icy in a non-icy branded cup that's small.
I used mine twice for ices this past weekend, and they didn't question it at all. They just took care of it. So hopefully that's just an early season hiccup with the new plan.
I'm living the old school cup life. For those of you that would like to come back to normalcy, thank you. I don't know how to operate the park without carrying a cup on my backpack. I panic. I feel like I've forgotten my life. So some of us are still living the park life properly. You're welcome.
I have one plastic cup, and then I'm going to upgrade my other one for.
Kind of
Yeah,
what we
that's why
did.
I upgraded mine, and they kept there that way. It's like
Yeah, I have the paper, just the standard paper cup, and Laura upgraded to the plus because I don't drink that many ices or coffee when it's hot
Not
out.
Starbucks.
So we figure
Don't drink
not
that much
Starbucks.
You know what I would love?
Regular coffee.
I would love if the park had like an iced tea option, like not a raspberry iced tea, but just like a iced tea, like plain old
Like an unsweetened iced tea.
black iced tea. For
I feel like
those
they
that
used
don't,
to have that somewhere.
they did originally when I first started going there. They did in 2014. I don't remember where it was, but they did have it.
Yeah, I'd love to also see, align with either the just standard iced tea, just another sugar-free option for those of us that are trying to have to stay away from the sugar. I mean, the Coke Zero is great, but when you're not feeling, a cola, another beverage option besides ice water would be great.
I would say a vitamin water zero would be so refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the 100 flavor machines.
Yeah.
I hated those lines, and it was so gross, and they were covered. It was gross. But yeah, maybe if we had, I know that at one point there was vitamin water, but it would be very nice to have something non-carbonated and sugar-free.
Yeah, and they did change the layout of Starbucks or Bourbon Street Cafe to give you the self-serve drink machine, and they combined the Starbucks line and the Bourbon Street line into one, which makes a little more sense. Still a little chaotic, I think, when it gets crowded when you're waiting on the Starbucks beverages, but they'll figure that layout.
And there are two registers, so if they're using both, you can order whatever at either one. You don't have to go one separate for food and one separate for coffee now. So I didn't realize they'd have two. When we went to the food event, they only had the one open, so I thought it would just be one register, but they had two this weekend. So
still making beignets wrong. That's okay.
And if you bring your own cup for water, you cannot get a refill at the soda machine. You have to refill at the bubblers by the bathrooms.
You're so Wisconsin.
As my little one did, he went and filled his plastic cup with water, brought it to me, and then got back in line and got himself something to drink.
Yeah, and it is still a 15-minute interval between drinks, and it's not discretionary. The register will actually tell the cashier that you have to wait and give you the amount that you have to wait. I don't think I've never. No. I mean, if I'm really thirsty, I could definitely just put some water in a cup. There are a lot of bottle refill stations, and increasingly, like it's increasing with the amount that we have. At least every area has one.
I'm just looking for that post from last year.
Oh, where somebody had them all.
Reprop it. I put all of them up there last year.
Some new ones, right? Because Southwest didn't have it in in the bathrooms. Did they put water refills?
It's by Six Below.
By Six Below, okay.
Six Below has one.
I thought I saw them putting one up by the bathrooms across from the Oasis.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, one's been there.
Has it?
Oh, so two in Southwest. The other big dining change is there are no longer snacks with the all season meal plans. That's been shocking. We all know it's not like an email went out. It just kind of disappeared. But we had that confirmed. It was to make the dining plans uniform. Same with the 4-hour. I can get that because last year there were weird things happening with the registers. Like sometimes I would go to get a snack and told I needed to wait to get my snack, and then they did some kind of voodoo with the register, and then it would accept it. And then having to say, no, I have 90 minutes or I have 4 hours. So I get that. You will still see snacks on the boards. Those can be a part of a one-day dining. They can be a part of also if somebody's a field trip package, sometimes they get like little vouchers. So there are still snacks on the board we cannot convert. Also, it's nonsensical. as like I know Dana and I both have picky eaters.
I'm in
People-
like full trigger mode with this, and it's not necessarily just because of my picky eater, but it's because in my food service background, I'm telling you right now, the waste that they're going to incur from the burgers that I'm going to throw away so that my kid can have fries is wild. The sandwiches that I'm going to be tossing in the trash because nobody wants to eat a sandwich from Bourbon Street, but my kid wants a bag of chips is nuts. And the amount
I
of
can tell you why we don't want to eat a sandwich.
eat.
Bourbon Street, maybe we could have a fresh sandwich, not the one that was made yesterday.
That would be great too. But yeah, I mean, we have a super picky eater, and it's to a point where, you know, we live with it, and we accommodate it, and she has a meal pass. And in the park right now, she will eat plain noodles and a piece of pizza.
Thank goodness they bought those back.
Thank God the spaghetti's back, because we would be down to just pizza. Now, I feel like we could come up with a viable solution. Maybe we do a snack as a pretzel and a meal as a pretzel with cheese. Maybe we do a snack as an ice cream scoop and a meal as an ice cream sundae, because there's got to be a way around this. This is nuts. I can't fathom how much food's going to get thrown out, which is going to increase the waste of the stuff they're putting it in and the stuff that they're cooking, which is going to cause their food costs to go up and get handed back down to us. It's so stressful for my brain.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat with the ordering the sandwich that no one will eat because it's yesterday's sandwich, and all soggy.
Well,
just get a bag of chips.
Like, what do I order there to get a bag of chips?
Yeah,
all has meat on it.
Yep, and I'm not paying $2.50 for a bag of chips.
Not when I pay for a meal pass. That's not.
No. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense when we were trading down most of the time, or like ordering nachos, but if you have a picky eater that just wants the chips and cheese, I'm ordering the
everything else
and nachos, and in that case, like, they're not throwing it away, but it's kind of silly. I'm making things fit. Try to downsize a little bit.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That was the thought I had. It's like, well, you know, they're doing the loaded nachos at the one, which stand is that has the loaded nachos.
Condor snacks.
I mean, can you go in there and ask for the nachos without anything on them and use it as your meal?
Yes.
So that'd be another thing you got to, like, you know,
crafty
and not waste all the you know. But yeah, it's kind of.
Most people trade down. I can't tell you how many times we said, all right, we're here for dinner. You had something on the way here. What do you want to use your meal pass on? I want a scoop of ice cream. So you would rather have a scoop of ice cream with your meal pass than an $18 burger. Great. I'm sure the park appreciates that. You'd rather have one of the little, you know, pickle pouches than have a whole sandwich. Like, it's sensibly not there.
Mine would use meals routinely for a churro.
Yeah. Ours is pretzels. She loves the pretzels. She doesn't even care for the cheese. And so
that would, I think our two have a very similar diet, except mine won't even do pizza because there's cheese on it. But yeah, I would hope that there's now we've got all the parks on the same POS system, and then maybe there can be some thoughts about, well, maybe it does make sense for people to be able to trade down. I did see a comment that says that they've seen them crack down and not converting for a snack. It's not just like that the people at the stands, like, they're cracking down. They cannot ring it. There's no way for them.
We went to Over Texas for a short visit a couple months back, and we got our meal passes and everything verified there, and we immediately wanted to test this. That was our first thought, was like, let's see what the deal is. You know, their opening weekend, let's run in and see what we can do. And we were prepared to pay for what we couldn't use for our pass, but we wanted to see how it went. And we went up and we said, okay, we have this little milkshake. We'd like to convert our snack over from our meal. And they said, we don't think we can do that. I said, give it a try. Let's see. I knew what we were doing, you know, and they showed me on their screen that it physically will not allow it. Like, they can't ring that. It
doesn't come up as an option. It doesn't come up as, it tells you what you can get, and that's it. It's like,
So growing pains, things to get used to, things that we are hopeful, like, you know, things can change, policies can change pretty
Like
quickly.
the Raxasa nachos, they weren't on the meal plan, now they are. I mean, yeah, adjustments are made.
Definitely with feedback, knowing that the person at the stand does not control what they have no control over the policy. So being respectful of the policy that's in place and respectful of people who are enforcing the policy, but then also understanding that it is okay to have a disagreement with the policy and be hopeful that feedback can help change that policy. Do we want to move from food?
They encourage getting feedback. They encourage,
Yeah, my 50-minute survey yesterday.
Yeah, Dana got a survey that it took her forever to do it.
Wow.
Long.
Nice.
My whole lunch, I sat there and did a survey.
So just before we move on, the paper cup plus, if you're getting the coffee, the hot chocolate, I know Brent has worked on a post kind of saying what locations have it. I just want to clear up a little bit on Windy City because Brent had a weird experience where he was trying to order hot coffee or chocolate at the bar, and the proper procedure, I asked, it's if you're going in Windy City, you want the coffee, you want the hot chocolate, you're going to go over to the right-hand side where the refill station is. The employee there will give you a receipt for either the coffee, the hot chocolate. You're just going to take it to that old pickup area in Windy City. They're going to take your receipt. They're going to run it back and grab that for you.
Nice. So that you don't have to wait in the whole food line.
Correct.
See, things can change.
So you said take a receipt. Where do you get the receipt? At the regular registers, or do they?
No, at the
refill spot.
Refill,
Can print, yeah, he or she can print a receipt there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I know that's a different topic. Never mind.
Oh.
What topic do you want to go to, Jamie? Because we're ready to move on from kind of food and beverage. So where are you going?
Guys, this weekend when I parked, I did not get that return receipt to get back in the park if I left. So that one started weekend 1. Did it work weekend 2? And then went away weekend 3?
I didn't receive one weekend 2.
I did not receive weekend 1, 2, or 3.
I think you went it open on weekend 1 and wasn't the gate, security thing not working to check for parking?
Yes, I think opening day there was an issue. They were kind of more or less.
Yeah. So when I came in at
come
noon,
on through.
A receipt. It was still in my door yesterday. I threw it away, and I didn't get one when I went this weekend. So that must be gone already too.
We will have to follow up and find out if that's supposed to be gone. Okay, first and not the rest. So I get like on the scans, they can see that you've come in. Same as were they hand stamping for season pass holders and members?
I've seen hand stamps even after we received that email communication from the park, they were still hand stamping this past weekend.
I do assume based on that email that it's similar to how they do it at the Legacy Cedar Fair Parks is if you have a season pass or membership, you can re-enter on that, which is nice because they can see I'm assuming they can see your history that you came in and they're verifying your picture anyway. But if you are coming in on a 1-day ticket, they take your picture and give you a little card to return. So everything is photo based to return. No more anyone who thought that ever worked. It didn't.
I was always worried it would come off in the water park when I went back to the dry park.
Yeah. And those are still separate gates, separate parks. So
but they're not listed separate in the app, correct? Because Hurricane Harbor Chicago is not on the app.
Oh.
Right, Kurt?
It's all together as one now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it's still running at separate gate though. But we won't know until June.
And remember, the water park is opening a week later this year.
Yes. And To be honest, it's opened a week later for the past couple years,
Yeah.
just due to weather.
The Memorial
So-
Day is like early this year because of when the May
yeah,
is. So
it's really early. They
They're
haven't really
celebrating my birthday for it. Oh no, that's Labor Day.
been postponing it the last couple of years. So
Yeah, it was always too cold to go in the water.
I mean, there was frost yesterday, and we're 2 weeks away. So
That is accurate.
I did see lifeguards coming out of training this weekend. There's water and some of the stuff in there, but yeah.
Last time, at a certain point at the evening, they are pulling. You do just drive right in. That's not guaranteed. In Fright Fest, they stay there for a long time, but it's kind of how long, do they need to put the person there? Same with preferred. Like if there isn't a person to put at preferred, they're going to prioritize a safety sensitive position over preferred parking.
It wasn't even manned on Mother's Day.
Yeah, I haven't seen it manned yet this year.
Which it also wasn't full, so it wasn't.
Parking now, so it's just first come, first serve.
Yes.
Yes.
And so many people have it because, it's all prestige, all.
Shh, don't tell them. No.
It's okay. So it's most beneficial if you're coming in like the second wave of guests. If you are getting there at open, you don't even need it because you're going to find a better spot. Because preferred is so far away. And like, even if you're going to the water park now, it doesn't make any sense because you still have to walk in the same gate. Should we transition to, since we're at the gate, transition to the other major change?
Chaperone
policy. Policy started a little bit looser and it got a little bit tighter as
it's
we got
tight
into it,
and it's being enforced. So if you have not been and you think, oh well, it's okay, it is at the gate part. It is 100% being enforced. And they're pretty like, it's not like I've seen the pictures at Texas of all the teens sitting outside of the parking gate looking for families. They're pretty good at recognizing if somebody has tried to walk in and been denied and then comes back in with another family.
There was this one girl there this weekend being really strict about that.
Yeah.
Younger girl.
The gate. She was
short. Maybe 20-ish, yeah.
Pretty serious. Watch out for that one.
Yeah, they so the expectation, we've seen actually some policies that are a lot more strict than ours. Kirk, you pulled up one from Texas hurricane? Is it the Arlington Hurricane Harbor?
Yes, there are about 3 or 4 parks that you have to be basically 18 or over. Anyone 17 or under is required to have a chaperone.
And it's like 18 with a 21-year-old. Like, you can't just be a group of 18-year-olds with a 17-year-old friend. Your friend can't come in. Ours, at least, it's 15 and under. I know that we have employees that work at the park that are 15 and they are still subject to the chaperone policy from what I understand. And it is 10 per adult, but it is expected that the adult is with them at the park. Now, with them is in the general area. Like, I would consider with being in the same, like if I'm with, and I have chaperone purgatory because I have a 14-year-old in the house. And I mean, all of the moms in our group, we're like, well, this is the rule. So if my group of teens is riding Batman, I consider that I need to be in DC, in the DC area. So if they're riding Batman, I don't need to be waiting at the exit. I don't need to be in line with them, but I should be in DC in close proximity. And then when they move on to Goliath, I should be in that area of county fair. So I think that's what they're looking for as far as the chaperone. And now, this is not coming from the park, but that is my interpretation of being with a group.
Yeah, I mean, in Windy City, and my kids want to run over and get on Bull.
Yeah,
no, we're right here. You know?
Yeah. Be not last year. It was
Know
just be in the park. What's that?
Know where your kids are. Like,
know where they are. Take responsibility for your little goblins. But that would be how, as a mom, I would interpret it. That I just be in the same area, be ready. If my kid was acting like an idiot, then I would need to be responsible.
And it's unfortunate, but it's not just even theme parks. Somebody had posted something about there's a town anniversary celebration somewhere in a town, and the town's has a chaperone policy for people to attend their town celebration. Like, it's
Marcus Cinemas, right in Gurney, has had a policy for a while.
Our malls have them here too.
The malls. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can always tell your teenagers, like, if you don't want me to stand with your group of friends the whole time we're here, act like humans. It's that easy.
Yeah, I think
like humans, they're not drawing attention to themselves.
Yeah,
and that's
don't draw attention.
Otherwise, we can hang out all day.
I'll ride right
hold your hand.
A bracelet leash and a backpack leash. And
I still think that, like, the field trip kids should have a barcoded wristband so somebody could. I swear, like, who is your person? Why did you bring the what are they? The tendies. Why are the tendies come on? Oh,
why are the tendies on bowl? Right. Where'd you go?
I'm waiting to see somebody in the parking lot with a hat on that says chaperone for hire.
You just stole that idea.
But here's the thing. From somebody who is very short and very strict, I would never want to take responsibility for teens that I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't either. We have people that are say, "Can we come in with you?" And we're like,
nope.
Almost every time we went, there were kids asking in line,
Can you
like,
be my parent?
Nope. Sorry.
I don't even want to bring my own kids. I am not bringing you.
And I've seen kids offering money, like, I'll give you $20. Like, the people.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, shoot, I can make some extra money.
Like, how much you got?
Like, wait a minute.
During Fright Fest, like, there was a whole and security is really good at pushing. They'll keep pushing them back, and then if they see them coming in, like, they were really kind of aggressive about looking for people to be their family, and it's like, nope, I've got my own people.
They needed. I mean, honestly, they probably needed more help doing that, because we had a situation where some kids ran by us and, like, "Are you guys all together?" And they're like, "Yep." And went by. We're like, "They're not with us," and told them. They're like, "Who?" And, like, the kids that just ran right by you. And and you know what she do? She got a whole line of people here. It's like, I know they tried to prevent as much as possible because they have somebody stationed between the main entrance and where they had routed us by the Hurricane Harbor entrance, you know, to go in to check for IDs. But still, there were kids that would climb over those rails, and it was,
because we'd come late, so we'd see all the chaos.
If you haven't been, it's not like it was at Fright Fest where you have to do this big line around. They're just doing it right. It's right after you go through security, right?
Yep.
Just kind of routine. And it's not, I know we had controversy last year that said, I have to bring an ID. If you are obviously over 21, they're not gonna mess with any of us on here. We're old.
Somebody asked us for ours.
Yeah,
I was asked for mine by a particular.
I was actually told ID or leave.
I made my son an ID and it didn't work. It was not accepted.
A lot of people are saying, "Well, can they have a school ID?" And it has to be a government issued ID.
Like,
I know that's what I'm saying.
And then they will, like, for employees, they will look at a park ID, but like anyone who's 50, they have certain colors. So like a
Right.
15-year-old can use a park ID. School ID would be fine for obviously it's a school ID is not going to actually no, it would just show that you were under. It's not going to get you in.
Yeah, because a high
it's not a
schooler could be
birthday.
14 to 18, so it's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and your birthday.
I was a 16-year-old senior at one point, so that would
I
have
went
been
to
hard.
Hopefully got JJ a state ID just because he needed it for something else. But that way I have documentation.
Yeah, you can get them for any age, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
maybe
not going to show what I made for my but yeah, it'll be something to get used to. But on the flip side, on Sunday, it was family after family after family. And it is not an accident that we see so many press releases about, oh, hey, JJ. We see so many press releases about cracking down on the chaperone policy because there is, this takes us back to the food. There is always a thing about trying to get families to come in and trying to get families and trying, like, if there's a perception, and there has been a perception of something not being safe, the easiest way is to say, look, we've taken care of this.
We live out of the way. I mean, we're not from the area, but I see a lot of Chicago news things. And anytime a big Chicago station posts like, oh, Six Flags is getting a new ride, every single comment is gang this and fight that. And it's terrible. And I'm like, I live at this place. I guarantee that's not happening. Yeah. But the perception of it is that. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Chuck and I love the comments when that happens. We go after the people in the comment section.
I mean, right. I mean, it's
me. It's our home. We know.
But a lot of this is to counter that. Mm-hmm. It's to reprogram the impression of the park and who the park, just as a safe place, and that it isn't a place that old adage where they say, oh, you're making the park the babysitter. Mm-hmm. We don't get babysitters for our teens anyways.
For those that are well behaved in this and that, because I'd much rather have my child who's 16 go to a theme park to have fun there than to be out doing other things in the street.
It's not like it's free.
So we understand the first, and again, we understand. Some people aren't happy with it. And again, it's not like it's just this park. It's not like it's just theme parks in general. I mean, it's happening in a lot of places, and unfortunately, it's the world we live in. Now this is.
And when it turns out that really the problems are coming
for the minority, it's just.
And when the problems are really coming from drunk adults at Fright Fest, then they can deal with the drunk adults at Fright Fest.
Or grandmas with a purse.
I was going to say our grandma.
No. I don't know what we're talking about here now.
May not have been at some point in that fashion.
Well, we made it inside the park. We've got, the reflection ponds updated.
I was just going to say the reflection pond is looking good with the dirt and the sign.
I noticed nobody got in there this week.
And no one got in it.
It's better than I was expecting. When first had those images showing of a taller wall, before they started knocking it out, I was like, it's gonna block the whole view of the Carolina. It's not. It actually looks pretty nice. It'll look nice when flowers are in there. So
I was always jealous of how grand California's Great America looked with that planter, and I'm very happy that that's something that we're twinning again.
And the having the fountains that are going to be, it'll look great.
Yeah.
I now hope, this is just a little side note. So how the original sign was out front in that roundabout with the flags before they remodeled it, and they put the sign right in front of the carousel.
Mm-hmm.
Now that they have the lower sign, I think it would be nice if they took the other sign down to have a full view of the carousel.
I believe that's on the horizon.
Yeah. Yes, that is coming down.
Oh, okay.
It'll be placed somewhere else in the park.
I would like it. I would like it in my backyard, please.
Well, I asked. They said
Of course you would. When you're taking a photo, though, because the way that the sign is angled down, can you really see it?
nah, it's tough.
Yeah, I thought it would be angled up a little more.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna look great from Skytrack Tower.
Which, by the way, I saw the comments that one of our junkies in our group posted that they drove by today, and not only is the yellow train running on Raging Bull as testing, Skytrack Tower was also running today.
Yeah, the windows have been fixed on it, so I heard that. I saw somebody post last week they were like pumping water out of the underneath at the bottom.
Oh,
Where the ride comes down to, that they were like pumping water out of that and under the windows.
Right?
So let's hope that a couple more rides get out of single train ops, and slowly but surely we get double trains.
I noticed on Sunday, one row of seats from Raging Bull was on the ground next to the ride, like just the one, not a whole train, just the one row. Yeah.
The rest of that train, I think, seen it from the lift hill.
you're gonna take my.
It was
part?
kind of in Hurricane Harbor.
Was it?
Yep.
I haven't ridden Bull yet this year.
Oh,
Come on,
great.
Jamie.
it's 3 weeks.
I'll tell you, I rode in the fifth row. Rode in the fifth row, and the best ride I've ever had in the middle of a train on that ride.
Speaking of, yes, you're right. With the
Yeah,
bull,
I'm front or back, and I was in the middle, and I got so much airtime. It was like, that's the best ride I've ever had in the middle of a train on this ride.
that teal train was the fastest I've ever gone through bull.
Red train?
Teal.
Teal is always awesome.
Like it was, we were all on it, and we went through that brake run, that second brake run, and it was just whoosh. It was great. Those bunny hills at the end of those airtime.
And I don't know if this will be just as a note. I don't know if that'll be a standard thing for the whole season, because they kind of did that with Wrath last year, where there was a specific row they would use for, they're using like the middle row for people with AAP passes. On Sunday for Bull, they were just they were using the fifth row. They were just not filling that line in that row and using it for people with ADA passes. So don't know if they'll switch rows or if that's going to be a common thing, because like I said, we kind of saw it with Wrath last year where it was just the middle they were using. So,
And we saw that the Rakshasa treats or snacks, whatever it is, that the nachos are now back on the meal plan.
At Demon Delights, is it?
That's it.
Yep. It's even got the M is on the menu board too.
You know what I would like back? I just kind of fun, like an old item to bring back. I would love to have the Yukon barbecue grilled chicken Caesar salad with the shell. I would do anything for that shell.
That's a scary thought.
Anything?
Well, I don't know about that, but like I love that shell. That shell is my favorite.
I hope they bring back. Oh, wait, we'll move that too when we move on to the 50th anniversary.
Oh yeah. I saw that. What is it? The 29th, they're giving out hats and a free snack or something like that. I saw.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, for the
party hat.
I'm gonna wear that party hat all day.
I am
I can
so
see if I can
excited.
pull. You
I am
guys keep
so
talking. Let me see if I
excited
can
to
pull that
see-
page up.
I'm excited to see the Emporium and like what's in there for merch. I have a feeling I'm going to be spending way too much money.
and going back to the entrance, we talked about the fountain, but the bricks look great. That wall there with the photos, like, it's so cool that they did that with the photos people had submitted.
Bricks look great.
And this week,
You
the
can
parks
still buy a brick. You can still get
Yeah.
one.
Bricks look great. They do, but they really need to consider that people are photographing them and maybe brush them off, because there was a lot of bird poop. I'd have been really mad if that was my brick. There's leaves all over it already from flowers dying, and I thought.
And I feel like because I know they power wash them midways every night, so I don't know if it's just stuff's falling again early in the morning or birds are getting back. I mean, there's only so much you can do, but yeah, it's hopefully they take care of them and make sure. Like, I noticed some of the sand between the bricks was already washed out. It's like, yeah, they want to make sure they get keep covering that because otherwise you just have stuff start growing between them. And
well, it's possible they've left it a little loose if they have to.
Oh yeah, because they have to come out to put new ones in. Yeah, that's my understanding is that area is, at least time me the thought is that's the area. So I'm assuming when they get more bricks in, they're just pulling some of the plain bricks and replacing them with.
They're bringing the firefighters back.
Ooh.
They are.
Ooh, I wonder, are they going to open the firehouse?
Wait, what?
Look, the quartet's going to be back.
The barbershop quartet that was in the firehouse
on the 29th for one day only.
Wow, is that the original guys?
The original guys, and here they are in the photo.
They're coming back.
Right,
I actually have an old video that someone submitted of them singing. We need to post that.
It's in that TV special.
Yep.
So here's where it says the celebration 11 o'clock, Hometown Square, kick off the 50th anniversary season, festive party hats and a free sweet treat while supplies last, which is a first come, first serve.
No foam party. They finally ran out of foam. That sounds really exciting.
I might have to now work.
Is that what day of the week is that?
Friday.
Friday.
It's the day after Espen gets out of school. We could go. Well, I have to work the next day, so we'll leave.
Oh, that'd be so cool. And so then we are expecting a lot of the 50th stuff to really hit that day. So we haven't seen, like, I know people were looking for park specific things. I would assume that that's going to be really focused on the 50th. We have seen what some of the merch will be. There was good stuff there. It was.
And we were in Texas. They had their 65th anniversary. Now the 65th anniversary merch was pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited to see what they have at our park for the 50th.
Because we're still waiting. We still have two majors because Flags is not opened yet.
And Emporium.
Emporium.
I wonder if
we
Emporium
really haven't
clearance section too.
I think the clearance section is going to be the museum this season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if we see clearance, it'll probably be somewhere back at the park, maybe. Oh yeah, I'm just like, I'm sure there's things for the 50th they aren't announcing, like I'd love to see. I know the Village of Gurnee recreated like the carousel picture recently, but I'd love to see like an everybody picture or like they did the first day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope they have some surprises in store. That'd be cool.
I would love a tidal wave photo, or like a tidal wave like t-shirt.
Oh, tidal wave t-shirt.
Like I survived the tidal wave.
Yes,
but you never wrote it.
I know, but I survived it.
I think I went to the park one time with tidal wave there. I never wrote it because I was scared.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Tidal wave was fun.
It was a blast.
I don't remember the park in the 70s.
Me either.
I mean, I wrote it, in the 80s. It was there into the 80s, so I wrote
it. It's
in
the 80s.
80s.
Yeah.
So, but
my first visit, it was still there, and Z-Force was there, so that narrows it down to what, 1 year? 87. Hello, El Michelle.
Hello.
Well, Michelle, somebody was talking about the Fox Valley Mall. I was thinking of Appleton.
Hideaway was great because it just had the seatbelt and like the lap bar. There was no over-the-shoulder harness, so it went upside down without that. So
you pulled that click bar down.
Yep.
Are they going to bring back Mardi Gras Hangover?
Well, that whole area is leveled completely now. So
leveled with teasers. So now we are on the lookout for updated teasers.
Right. There has to be like there's going to be. I'm excited.
I love people said a couple of years ago there's no real estate, and they are definitely showing us where the real estate is. There's a lot of real estate in Mardi Gras.
What do you think is going to be there? What do you think we're getting after the kids area?
I don't know, but if now this is one good
The
thing.
survey's asking what you'd like to see next.
What I
Had
think,
so many
I
questions.
think we're getting a big coaster. Completely just what I think.
And isn't the Cedar Fair model where they will start construction much earlier to try to get it open earlier? So it's like open, maybe not necessarily open, but their philosophy is to just start building, like not waiting until the old way with Six Flags is we got those. Kirk used to kind of hack into it. We used to get the August, everything got announced at one day, but they wouldn't hide the IP address, so you could just play with it.
The survey also asks if something needed to be removed, what would you like to see removed or prefer to have removed?
Superman.
Oh, I would love.
I'm with you on that one.
I would love Superman removed for a big ride.
I said Kidsopolis.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of dusty over there. If we're gonna get other cool new kids things, take that area and do something.
But is it going to go Camp Snoopy, or are we going to stay Looney Tunes?
I think we'll stay Looney Tunes.
So
Put up Gary.
I think just because of the license,
license, it was like specifically for the Legacy Cedar Fair parks that they renewed that license. So.
And they were like, I don't know how like they were clearancing a lot of their peanut stuff. I'm on the edge of it.
The edge is coming back.
Let's dive right into that conversation.
Shuttle right on over.
Yeah. I will
else?
say with the new kids area, the posters that are up, they're the same posters. So we're not getting the teasers kind of like we were with Wrath, where different banners were popping up, or Sky Striker,
but it's definitely got a theme to it, and definitely that's in an area
about this though, because they've got the go-kart area, and then they've got the area like where Crazy Bus and all that was. Do we think that's enough space to put some footers for a good family little coaster over that area? Because that's two very different spaces.
I think the new area will tie the whole area together.
I agree with that.
It's going to tie the area together as one.
UConn has needed some love.
So here's my theory: is if you've noticed in UConn barbecue, they have started removing what would you say?
Mooses.
Yeah, they've removed the meese. No, they removed the giant moose that talks, and then all the moose heads, and all the theming in Snowshoe Saloon. And the train has been removed at the top as well. It was down below when I looked. So my guess is that they're slowly removing the theming, where it's still going to be like that wooded theme. However, it's going to be like a Bugs Bunny camp area, or Camp Snoopy, or whatever they decide. But that theming is going to go over all
like
of
a lodge, maybe.
I was really sad that backdrop at the snowshoe disappeared, because that, if we see some of the pictures that you've been posting, that's been there a long time.
I agree.
I wonder if loggers will get a new name if they retheme the area to.
I better not.
Woodsy.
What's woodsier than a log?
Something to tie it to the theme of the area. If it's like camping, whatever. If it's Bugs Bunny,
it is.
It's camping.
Just like
it is very fun to be able to see the entrance to the Wilderness Theater.
Chainsaw Crew's going to turn into lumberjacks.
Oh, I love it.
Kids area by day, real fright chainsaws by night.
I'll tell you what, here's something to think about with all those wood fences up. You fire those chainsaws up in that area, that sound is going to stay right in there and bounce right off those fences.
And log with the fog.
Oh, I can't wait now. Bring on Pride Fest.
We're already. Let's see. We have shows going on. Where are the stages? Maybe we'll go.
So there's 2 shows during the day, a parade, party gras, and then the end of the night show.
About that. There was no end
They
of the
have
night.
built proper stages. So Southwest now has a stage, and Hometown has a stage by the firehouse.
That was the same stage that they used for the Halloween show, right?
Yeah, but it's sturdier.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a stage. Is there still seating behind it, or did that take all the
That
seating
is
out?
all removed.
It's gone.
Bummer.
So
That
Mother's
was
Day,
springtime.
we had 2 party gras and no hometown.
That goes through time.
fire show.
That
No,
goes through time.
yeah. Because some things I guess sound bad. The sound system's not sound systeming.
Did they fix the sound system all this last weekend?
No,
No.
that's what I'm saying. They took that show away entirely.
No,
Because it wasn't
there were a couple
working.
people out there, but they did not.
Wait, that final
Was it a
show is
1976 original sound system?
Maybe.
Is it playing at a reel to reel?
It's probably from Ignite.
Oh, they brought
Now-
back the sound system from 1976, and that's what
Yeah.
they're using.
Absolutely.
It's playing the reel to reel.
We're sad though, because we haven't been out and we haven't been able to see that last show. And then they said, no, you get a second party gras. And I had already wiggled all of my juicy, so I couldn't do it again. I didn't need a second one.
Yeah, when I was there on Saturday, the
Echoes through
soundtrack
time,
actually
Michelle.
kept cutting out completely. And they were just singing and dancing without any music.
oh, that's
Good for
Saturday.
them though. Keep that show going.
Show must go
Yeah,
on.
and just to be clear, like the issues that are going on, it has nothing to do with the performers. The performers are
nothing.
spot on.
Oh, they're
They
good.
are doing a phenomenal job. Fortunately, the sound behind them is just it's the issue.
Throw the whole
Also
sound
shows that they're actually the ones singing.
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like the
not
sound in that
getting
area
any-
wasn't that great last year either. There was times when
It was really hard to hear last
stage,
year.
but
let's hope they get it fixed.
I'm sure they're desperately working on it.
yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Like I said, they were in there Sunday looking at it. There were several people in there checking stuff.
I think whatever the issue is going on, though, it's more than just Hometown, because if you ever notice when you're walking the front of the park, it's choppy
Mhm.
audio at times, and also if you are in Windy City, that audio will get choppy
Mhm.
from time to time.
It was a real choppy carousel song the other day.
Somebody needs to splice that tape back together.
I will say I'm excited about
Don't
all
know
the
what it is.
original music being played throughout the park.
Oh,
That's-
yes.
Oh
They
yeah,
went back and they went digital with all the original recordings, and that is what you are hearing, the original music this year.
That's
it
amazing.
feels more like home to me. Just walking through and like, oh, that's the Hometown music. Oh, that's like having heard that for so many years when I worked there. It's really nice to have it back.
The only thing that's a little confusing is when you're in DC and they're playing the old Yankee Harbor soundtrack. I love having the Yankee Harbor music, but it just doesn't match up to a DC theme.
Mhm.
Times have changed.
Is Batman playing the Batman music in the queue?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
They were when we wrote it. We wrote it on Sunday, and it was.
Nice.
And I didn't notice any, like on Wrath, like how they had the fog coming out by the statues this last year. I didn't notice any of that, but the fog at Batman when it leaves the station is still. They do have that on, and the Lights and Demons tunnel that didn't come on till very, very late last year during Fright Fest are on.
That's good. Yeah, they're working. Let's hope they get the original soundtrack to Demon on again soon. I still would
Yeah.
love for Waterfall to come back on, but I doubt it will.
Is there a
I think the
soundtrack?
water features are so corrosive for the rides.
I can always just wish. I wish. If I win the lottery, that's my plan. If I win the, the $1 billion lottery, I will pay to have that waterfall.
And there's that the part of the corrosion, but it's funny because then now they're also building rides like there's one in over Texas that's like Aquaman. That's like a splashdown. It's a coaster, comes down.
Yeah,
water shoots all. That's because there's water shooting all over that thing, and it's like, oh, how long is that gonna last?
That's one they got from like Saudi Arabia or something, right? That was supposed to go out in the Middle East somewhere, or
maybe
Dubai
or parts the one in. And it was too cold when we went. It was too cool out to ride it, but I mean, it looked cool. But kind of had an area where people were standing waiting to get wet, kind of like splash waterfalls. Nowhere near that much water coming out of the area, but there were people kind of standing there like, oh.
One thing that I don't experience, I think it's another big, now that we're on rides, another big question, and I think Kirk and Bob, I don't know, Hector, if you have it, what kind of difference are we seeing with our is it fast lane?
I don't. Yeah, they have.
I will say that the Raging Bull queue is phenomenal.
Yes.
So you now enter. You used to have to walk up the exit and like merge into the line, and you had the line and the stairs that you would merge with. Right now, the fast lane is. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bob. Is it right to the left of the lane, the original line, but to the right?
Yes, you're going in right. You've got the original line going in. The fast lanes come in right there on the left, and then you just going straight all the way up the stairs.
Reconfigured the queue. It was always there. They just moved everything over to make a lane that went right down.
Correct. And so now you
that
all the way to
that little cut through where you used to be able, if you want to kind of like rewrite if it's dead, that's all blocked off. So you do have to go all the way around if you're gonna.
And before with the fast flash pass, you guys merged at the bottom of the stairs, right? You had to mix in there. Now it actually goes all the way up.
All the way up.
And there's a grouper now, which is also the flash pass person that will scan your not flash pass, your fast lane. Now we have a grouper on Bull at the top that assigns rows. And so, as you all know, within the past, there have been many, many times where everyone just like rushes into the Bull station and it is packed, just absolutely packed.
And uncomfortable.
You're right. And now it's you're being assigned rows and you get in the row and go right on, and then they assign rows again. So it's very similar to IF.
Are there requests for, is it like Cedar Point where you get the row, and like Wrath, you get the row that you get, so there's no requesting front or back, or do they?
I don't know. I've ridden it 3 times, and each time I was asked what row I wanted. But I don't know if that is a standard procedure, if that is just the ride operator at the time or the grouper. But I am certain if you are kind and nice and ask if you'd like a certain row, they can always possibly accommodate. And if not, no big deal. You can still be pleasant and go to the row they offer.
That's gonna be more similar to Goliath. It just makes a lot of sense it's giving, instead of having 2 positions there, then you can get it with one and be more effective.
And Viper also has a new flat fast lane line where you enter through the old Hurricane Harbor entrance, and Viper is running amazing this year.
It is.
They have the all brand new Philadelphia Toboggan coaster company has redone the 2 trains, and it is just so much smoother.
And so in the process, because I know it's been in between, are you still getting a ride time, or do you just simply say you want to ride? Like, how is that working?
Bob and I have the ultimate, the fast lane ultimate, and you just literally says get on now, and you just click it.
So there's no more like, I can't get a time until later.
Well, I think with the skip the line there is like,
skip the line, that I get.
Right. But as for the fast lane ultimate, granted, I've only used it 3 times this season, but I literally just hit, get on now. With single train ops, they are a little slower. There are some rides that'll just block it out, and you are unable to reserve.
Yeah, we tried that. It was either Wrath or Raging Bull like that first weekend, and it
Mhm.
was too late. We couldn't use it.
Okay. So that's part of the reason that they've made different access points, because they need, for fast lane, you need more space for the fast lane, like a longer queue. Because if a lot of people wanted to go at once, they're in that queue. There's not a waiting.
Right. And the nice thing is, and I think this is what's different than Cedar Point. So last year I used the wristband at Cedar Point for the fast lane. And I will say that now, granted, Cedar Point's a different beast with the amount of people. However, you just had a wristband. So you scanned it. So there was no automatic, like, with our fast lane, the fast lane might get a little backed up. And so Bob and I and anyone in fast lane can't, access it. And so it pairs down the line. While at Cedar Point, anyone that wants to at any time can just scan and go on the line. Well, all the fast lane lines at Cedar Point when I was there during a weekday were easily 30, 45 minutes. While at our park, it pairs it down, but as soon as you get on, I mean, the wait's minimal.
That's good to know, because I think there's still a little bit of a hybrid between, I feel like parks are doing it different ways, because there are still wristband parks and then we have the on the app, or it's not, is it still a separate?
It's just you can click it through the Six Flags app, or you can just go to the website.
All right. So it's good to know that, like, it works. I think ours probably works more efficiently then.
Yeah. And but I also, I say at Cedar Point, I love not having my phone on me, which was great as well. However, I do like, from what I've seen this year, I do like the app. The app is the same as what it's been. And so I do like that. Wrath, I know this year when we waited in line for Wrath using our fast lane, it was a significant wait, because with one train, which was the most we've ever waited. Usually you just walk right up. So,
and that's already been built that way. Like the Wrath queue is already built to accommodate it. That's interesting. Skip the lines are still on the app, and they're still like in a window, and they're still an hour or 2 hours in the window. I haven't used
the time of day where you can't reserve it anymore. Like, even if it won't give you a time, it won't allow you to.
Yeah, it's kind of like Disney, where they run out of time slots.
With the change to Fastlane, though, I will say that we do like the change to the premium experience center. The color on it now much better matches that area, not having the bright orange or bright yellow and red on that building. So it looks better.
It's the area.
So that's kind of nice.
And that premium experience center is where you would go if you're buying a one-day dining, you're needing to help activating anything, activating a fast lane, activating drinks. You go there in the morning, and then
upgrading the cup. If you're upgrade to paper, you'll go there.
And then they close at a certain point and move everything to the front. But it does help disperse people to different areas.
I
so not everyone's waiting
there. I've just never been in that part of that building before. So who went in?
Yeah, so that, and then the ride accessibility is still in the same place. Nothing's changed with that program. Yeah.
No.
Please make sure to register through the third party. Anything else?
And if you've had that in the past, and you had it last year, just watch, because if you haven't renewed it, they will send an email when you're within 30 days of that expiring to make sure you renew it. I did see people coming in. There was a lady on Sunday, went all the way up on a scooter, all the way up the exit to Bull to try to get on the ride, and she hadn't gotten a pass or anything. She's like, thought she could just go up and ride. They're like, no, you need a pass. And so she, not very happily, turned the scooter around and put it back on the exit. But
Jamie, have you used the pass yet? With, like, are there any differences with, like, what you can ride or when you can ride it?
No.
Which ride do you want anymore? For
it just says Max Force and Wrath can't be the first ride.
Right.
Still, but other than that, They don't say you don't have to pick your first ride or anything like that.
Did you guys talk about the fancy, not using yet touchscreen ride themed somethings?
Oh,
It's the kiosk outside the kiosk outside most of
That's
the
exactly what I
major-
just
The
said.
one-shot kiosks.
That's
Yeah, I
hilarious.
think those are going to be for if you're buying like the one shot.
it's smart though, because I have bought one shots. I was more than willing to buy one shots at Cedar Point because I was only there for a couple hours, and I was like, I really want to ride these rides. It's smart because it's right there. We will take your money right here. You don't have to mess with an app and
100%. And let's be honest, with touch pay and everything, people are going to use their phone and go boop and just get it and go in. I mean, and let's be honest. Like when you walk up, it's going to look just like Cedar Point, where that screen at the top, one side will say regular line, one side will say fast line, and then the number of minutes. If I'm there for one day, and like you said, I walk up and I look and it's 120 minutes or 100 minutes, and the fast lane is 15 minutes, and I can pay $20. I normally wouldn't do stuff like that, but I probably would pay $20.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
Yeah. I mean, it's an instant gratification. It's right there. I saved so much time. It was worth it. I got to ride that ride. It would be nice to have some more ride photos available, but
well, and there's an issue with it's so hard right now in the app. The Androids have an issue. I think
The photo pass, yeah,
it's annoying. You can't. It's a mess.
Well, we bought ours in Texas, and it wasn't even showing up. Like it was telling her she had to buy another one.
I still can't
our park,
see all my Texas pictures.
We went to guest services at the end of the day Sunday, and the guy's like, "There's a problem, this and that." And then then we explained that she'd already bought it because none of her other pictures came up.
Mhm.
And when he got the one picture to come up on her phone, it was still pixelated. It said purchase now, and it's like, no, I mean we already paid $50, and I think it's $35. It says in our part. We paid $50 for the photo pass in Texas for the whole season.
Mhm.
And he said you're gonna end up having to go to guest services. We didn't do it that day because they were closed. It was like we'll get over, and hopefully they can get it figured out so we can get our other pictures back.
It's a mess.
But yeah, they know there's an issue. They tell you almost right when you walk up. Oh yeah.
Oh, I had heard somebody else say this, that Hometown Fun Machine can't be your first ride. I wonder if there are some rides because to try to balance out the wait time. So like somebody isn't doing Hometown Fun Machine and then triple play for no wait and then walking right on to Max Force. I don't know.
They didn't mention anything to us. I went up there and she looked at my thing, wrote my name down, said, "Here you go."
Maybe
We'll have to.
I didn't get that at all.
So and that was opening day. Maybe that was just an opening day because I heard comments like that. We will follow up and find out if that was just.
I would get that, like you said, so they can't get right off and ride Max Force because there was no line for.
Yeah, but.
And the good news is that Hometown Fun Machine was on a list of the ride closures, and it opened up this last weekend.
Yay!
Yeah, so on opening weekend, how could that have not been your first ride if it wasn't even operational?
Yeah, I know. I know Goliath was on the closed rides list, and there was like no activity going on at all there this weekend that I could see. So hopefully it's not something that there's an issue.
Yeah, and we are getting a weekly update on the website of what rides could be closed. A ride could close that's not on that, but a ride on that list, like I think Bob mentioned at one point, that it could be on the list for a Friday and it could open up by Sunday.
Yeah.
So
right.
I do like that openness of what might not be available.
It is nice that they're putting that on the website.
Yeah. Ride closures.
I had it up on my screen.
Couple other like tech things that are a little glitchy. Our Bring a Friend for Free. We don't see them in our benefits yet. They do exist. So if you're wanting to use it, and you are for sure that it is part of your pass and that you haven't used any, it will work. I've been told the guest relations can't see it on, like they can't look and tell you, confirm how many you have. So you kind of, like if you're prestige or diamond elite, it's 2, right? It's 2 golden tickets.
I think so. And then VIP is 4 still.
I don't even think we ever had 4. I think we were 1 and then went to 2. I have no idea. It's a lot.
Or we had 4 last year.
Oh me. We just kept having them added last year.
Also with the app, people need to notice a lot of people say, "Well, I'm not seeing this." You literally have to log out. Even after we went to the park, like to show your visits and stuff, you have to log out again once you visited the park and log back in for it to show your visits.
And they haven't like mentioned what all those, like it's not like last year where they'd say like come 4 times and there's nothing mentioned for what these visits
Yeah,
get.
I don't know why they're counting them. I don't know if they're actually doing anything based
They
on
just
them.
kind of do like a monthly list of discounts.
You get to own a piece of Shockwave.
There were different ones because some people got what, a 20% off of some sort of coupon. Like I got the buy one get one free bottle of water, a 10% food, and one other thing. But I seen other people say they had gotten a 20% off. I don't know if it was merchandise or whether they had gotten a different coupon than the.
Well, and
So
are we supposed to be getting that $10 thing because we don't have St. Louis dining anymore? Or was that
I
just
think
for
that's we go to St. Louis.
I think that's just St. Louis.
It's just St. Louis. They got 10. No, well, St. Louis, they're getting their money back. So that's why I was confused on that. So they're getting their, because St. Louis doesn't have dining anymore, they're getting everything refunded.
So Saturday when I was at Strutter's and I was checking out, she said, "Oh, you get a free bottle of water. Do you want it now or do you want it later?" And I said, "Well, I'll take it now." But then when we scanned JJ, she didn't offer me another bottle of water.
You just get one.
But I have 2 dining plans, 2 passes.
But it was supposed to be buy one, get one
too. It's not
supposed to be BOGO.
It's a buy one get one. Yeah, I saw somebody else comment too that they got told somewhere that they had a free bottle of water they didn't know about, and I'm like, I thought it was a buy one get one.
He said it was the Dasani water, right? So I'm thinking that smaller bottle. They gave me that big bottle of Smart Water.
Oh wow!
Congratulations!
You're the 100th customer.
Right? I got very lucky Saturday.
That's why you didn't get another one.
So, I mean, I think our review is a lot of changes afoot, but a lot of hopefulness for a really great 50th. The park is holding some surprises close to their chest, I'm sure. We'll be looking for that 50th anniversary paper hat, party hat. That's going to be the big thing. Any other, what's everyone most excited for this season?
Merch, 50th anniversary merch.
Yes.
And tell us in the comments too. What are we most excited for?
I think merch and shows. Just see what they do for shows.
But they bring back some 50th anniversary food.
That's supposed to happen.
There could be.
Firehouse. I actually think so. Here's this is just a Fright Fest prediction. I think it'd be great if when they go back to Fright Fest to bring back one of the original areas like trolls or werewolves or something.
Those
I think
were
that'd
around in the 70s.
But like in those first years of Fright Fest.
Yeah, but that was back in what, 1990?
Mm-hmm. But it'd be fun if they could, recreate one of those areas.
Bring back the
Necropolis. Nice. I miss Necropolis. Having that walkthrough.
I'm very curious to see once the root beer stand opens up. What is a root beer going for these days?
A nickel. That sounds fine.
So $6.99.
We're supposed to get we just like gonna get all sorts of fun things, aren't we? Is the hot shop opening? That's what I want. I want the hot shop.
Oh, I would love the hot shop to open.
Bob, if you have a moment, could you talk about the Big Easy balloons?
Yes, the Big Easy balloons. I know that we do have one of our members who's one of the favorite rides, and I'm going to call him out because for the past season and a half, claims was going to ride the Big Easy balloons with me. It hasn't happened. I've been blown off every time. Hence, I have a photo of me like posed like this, like,
Maybe
hey,
he
where
can't
you
find
at?
you.
Maybe
Who's
he needs
this?
to team up with that. It's Latrina, right?
I think it's like
Or
Latrina, like
Latrina.
Latrina.
Well, if they team up, maybe they'll find me.
It's a great idea.
I know she's always she wants pins too. So if any
They
of you
just run around the
see
park
her,
screaming, "Hey, Bob!" Look for people to turn around.
Now, our limited edition pins, they were going fast.
Mm-hmm.
they are.
Yeah, I got stopped by more people probably than I had before on Sunday. Asking.
I will have to remember to put mine back in my bag because I took them out when I had to go on a plane. I did not want them confiscated by the TSA.
Why do you have
So
five?
I will. It's hard enough going through security and having to explain, like those are pins, and I almost didn't make it through because it was someone new, and she's like, "Pins." I'm like, "Oh no, I give them out," and then somebody's like, "Oh yeah, she's good." But
yeah, just those pins are limited. So once we are out of those, it's going to be back to our standard.
And we have team members who are out already. Like Jamie, you
I got refilled
a lot, didn't you?
She got refilled. Yep.
Oh, refilled. Okay.
And then I never got asked for one, so it was perfect.
I now have the 50th anniversary with that logo. I have it on a backpack. Jamie has it on a backpack. We do have a merch through Spreadshirt. If you're ever looking to, I love seeing the Junkies shirts in the park because it's like, oh, junkie.
And the nice thing about our shop too is you might see the logo and it might be, similar to this, where you might see it on this side. I'm looking in the camera, so it's the opposite way, where it's on the chest, but you can resize the logo. So if you want it on the whole shirt, which I know Brent did with the t-shirt, it was on the chest and he made it, more of the full shirt, and you can move the logo around. You can design the back. You can
change the color.
You can really customize
not in the logo, but
the option.
You could change the color of the shirt.
Yes.
And it gets shipped right to your home. Like they just host our.
It's our third-party vendor. They take your payment, they ship it to you. We are hands off on the whole process.
Yep. That's what funds our pins.
So if you want more fancy special pins, buy merch.
Buy the merch.
Don't buy the merch without a sale. Check when they have a sale.
And it will tell you, right? If we happen to forget to mention there's a sale running when you go into the shop, it will tell you up on the little banner, like saying, 20% off until, May 12th.
They run a sale like every 3 weeks.
Yeah. And again, we don't have control over that. That's strictly through them when they feel like dropping a sale. Sometimes it's percentage off, sometimes it's free shipping. But yeah, keep an eye out for the sales.
All right, we're at right under 1:30. I know this is always a big one when we're doing our reviews. Bottom line, we are in a preseason until that May 29th. Really think of that as a big kickoff. Memorial Day as a kickoff. We're starting to see more and more daily operations. Yes, there will be lots of school buses. Yes, there will be a lot of 8th grade trips and high school trips.
One more grad night.
One more grad night coming up Saturday, which is why you'll see again the park will close at 7:30 again on Saturday.
Lots of music in the parks, dance competitions coming up, like that.
I mean, I think you're going to see a lot of in this area. Don't assume.
Are they using Grand Music Hall for the dance competition?
No, I think
they're dancing in Wilderness Theater.
Okay, we had a had somebody who thought maybe they would be dancing in there. So
Also, like, I know the park opens on Thursday and Friday around here. A lot of the high school seniors are done, and a lot of them are planning to go. So
I'm very
you
jealous.
will start. Don't assume because you think it's a school day that no one's going to be there. The objective of the park is to
I would also not
have
expect the park to still be fully staffed because not all schools are out, and you're still going to have people who are in school not. So,
well, Hector, didn't you say in Texas they were actually telling you that they weren't staffed?
they had signs.
They had signs saying,
Right in the front of the
we're
park.
short staffed. Some attractions will not open. We're still short staffed. Kids are still in school.
It literally said some of our staff is still in school,
it was
some attractions may not open.
It was very interesting there because even when I know they announced it overhead in our park, like if they have to close early, the Saturday where it was raining most of the morning, they're like, decided to close at 2. They had employees around the park just letting people know, hey, just so you know, we'll be closing it. It was about an hour before they closed, letting everybody know and telling people to go to guest services. They were giving them a
rain day ticket.
Yeah, a ticket to come back another day, and it was a little different.
It's weird.
All right.
And aside from sirloin instead of brisket, any other food changes we've seen?
Haven't really seen much new.
Wise.
No, I haven't. I don't think
something couldn't be a side.
I mean, the cinnamon pretzel isn't available right now. It will be soon.
Now, I know there's been a little bit of debate in Yukon over if fruit can be a side. I've been told by those above that yes, it is, but down at the restaurant level, I'm still getting some no's. So we'll see if that. I'm assuming that's eventually going to pan out as a side because you can walk into Strutters, get it as a side. You can go into Steelworks, it's a side.
So in Steelworks, because they bought the spaghetti back, they're doing that instead of like whatever a specialty pasta, whatever they had last year, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't say plain or spaghetti is back.
Yeah, huge.
Hallelujah.
Huge.
Including if you, and it's not mixed this year, so if you have someone who's just wants the plain noodles, they can get the plain noodles.
Yeah, they need some ketchup packets over there.
No, I saw something interesting on was it opening weekend or second week. Someone they ordered the spaghetti with meatballs minus the pasta, and we're given a bowl of meatballs.
You can do that. I've ordered before when we used to share a meal plan. Say, can I have the meatballs and sauce on the side? And then the picky eaters would sit there on the, we could divide the noodles.
Yeah, and just so you know, by us saying the spaghetti's back, it is a normal sized portion of spaghetti. Long gone are the days of as much as they can pile in.
Family.
You're not going to see that.
Oh yeah, per plate.
It's not a family portion. Which that was food waste. See, that is legit. Like when we had bigger portions for like that no one could eat, that's food waste. And so it is spaghetti like for a person.
For one.
For
one and a half? I don't know.
Yeah, even the Rakshasa nachos have gone on the size. I mean, when it used to be the JB's nachos, those were
oh my god, it's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need
I think we even me and her shared one time. We still couldn't finish it. It was ridiculous how much.
Oh, those old nachos.
I know some people loved it because they could feed their whole family on it, but
that's not the point.
It wasn't the intention. Yeah, it's
right.
And when they're having to build the nachos because they have so many. But the Rakshasa nachos still have the white queso, correct?
I have not. I only had them once last year.
Cheese.
It's the yellow.
It's the yellow cheese.
You still have to
with the ground beef. Right. You want the white cheese? Go to Macho Nachos. Those are to me the best nachos.
And if you're like me and you just like the chips with the queso, you can order without any of the other stuff. I just want the chips and the queso.
And it is early season, so from what we've seen, if you're looking for like chopsticks or macho nacho, make that your first meal of the day because
If they're
chances
gonna
are
close
later in the
early.
day you may not get it.
Yep. Rule
So-
of thumb is to plan for restaurants to close 2 hours before park close, even though most will be open until 1.
Right.
But
So if you want the
plan-
specialty stuff, make that your first meal. That way you can,
and
later.
like Yukon, they have to smoke the meat
Mhm.
like how many hours before?
Oh, it's like
12.
the night before, probably. So yeah,
Night before.
once something's gone, they can't make more that day. It's
Yeah,
gone.
they can't just say, "Oh, let me make some more." They do run out.
You see a lot of events that have or food trucks that's how it is with food trucks. They have so much barbecue for the day. When it's gone, it's gone. They mark off. Okay, we're out of this.
And that's also
Not
something they
completely
don't want
just-
food waste, so they're not going to
Yeah, and it's the same thing if you go into any of your local barbecue joints. They do run out of food too. You can
Big
only
Ed's barbecue.
smoke so much. Yeah, that's a great
Big Ed
example.
is like the kindest soul.
Just keep that in mind. Like again, it is early season. And sometimes if it's not real busy, sometimes some things close early too because they don't. They can't just keep staff there.
Yeah, we have some people that said the Rakshasa nachos were delicious. Sirloin was delicious. I have not tried the sirloin yet.
I'm just not a beef person. Yeah, that's when we have our dining. If you stay within our dining optimization, you will not miss a meal because we have accounted for. I think on that account said if you get in line 2.5 hours, you can get both of your meals. So if you stay within those guidelines, you'll have no problem. If you go outside of it, then you're going to be limited in your choices if you're getting that second meal later.
Our new game plan is to just go in hungry, eat first, and then go ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you've got the 4 hours clicks off, and then you can eat again when you're hungry or grab something at any point after that 4 hours. Whereas, if the park's only open to 6 and you're walking in at 12, you're kind of limited when you're gonna get that second meal. So.
Yep.
And I don't know who we have to beg for this, but please put in the app somewhere when I ordered my food because I'm not saving that receipt. I've resorted to taking a picture of my receipt so that I can say, okay, I ate at 1:24, so I can go back at
And
5:24.
and I know at the register they can scan. They'll tell you what time you got your last meal. But when you're in like Windy City, or when you're in like Strutters Steelworks, or in Yukon, your cafeteria, you get all your food before you get to the register, and then they scan. If you're a few minutes off, and you're sitting there with your food getting cold while you wait. I mean, it'd be nice if there was a way to find out quicker. It'd be nice if they had something you could just scan your pass on, some kind of thing where it could tell you when.
Like Chuck E. Cheese when I need to know how many tickets I have.
Yeah.
Kirk, are we keeping you awake?
Sorry, I'm like.
You gotta go back out to your car.
Gotta go back. Any other questions from the folks in the chat who've stuck with us the hour and 40 minutes we've been going at it?
We thank you for that.
Yeah, we thank you
If
for
you
your
add
dedication.
more questions, and we can, do an inquiry, and the worst that we'll be told is there's no information on that. But sometimes when we ask, we get questions from the group, we just put in an inquiry and get it. Sometimes we get official answers.
All right, I don't think. Well, I know there's a little bit of delay from us talking to actually seeing, so give it a couple seconds here, see if anything pops up.
You can always put them in the comments later.
El Michelle wants a good salad when she's here. The Windy City salad, I know it looked rough the first weekend, but when I had it, they made some improvements.
When I had it
the
last
important
year,
thing to remember is they're going to bring out the ranch. You can ask for balsamic. So
What I found out too is when I ordered it, not last week and the weekend before, I just asked if I could order balsamic at the register, and they brought that out without me asking.
I will say
I tried that and was told that again, Newport's on register, they said they were only locate that ranch button. I'm like, that's fine. I'll ask for the balsamic when it comes out, and totally fine.
because it's like it's spring greens, and then to put the balsamic, it's so nice and light. And but I do think maybe it's time to think about, similar to how Strutters has the condiments, self-serve. Maybe we don't need the labor of somebody delivering the food and then asking what you want and coming back with the 3 packets of ketchup and the thing of ranch. And like,
Yes.
it's
Give them an
it's a
apron
nice thought, but it
minute.
also, like, it wastes a lot of time.
It needs to be like Strutters, where you can just go up and help yourself to ketchup or ranch or whatever you like.
Yeah.
Now, for those who remember way back in the day in the food court, they used to have a toppings bar.
Yep.
They sure did.
Ooh.
Your lettuce, tomatoes, and
Mhm.
everything for your
They were around
Mhm.
they were kind
for
of
your flame broiled burgers, which were delicious.
COVID filled the topping bars.
yeah. Maybe for the 50th.
Right.
That'd be great.
Did they have like onions and
You had a
lettuce?
little bit of everything.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you could find your onions back then.
that's nice.
You could
That's
still
nice.
find your onions
And
at
people
Johnny Rockets.
didn't cry about onions back then either.
Onions make everyone cry. Just cut one.
I know.
That'd be nice. Just a little topping bar with
All
onions,
right.
pickles.
Well,
and-
I'm going to get back to reading so I don't flunky out of my class.
All right. Well, thanks for joining. And any more questions, leave them in the comments. Create a post on the page. Again, if we don't know the answer, we can make an inquiry and to try to get the answer, and we're not guaranteed a response.
Worst that we can be told is we don't
No.
have any information.
We don't have any information that's classified. So yeah. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody. He didn't bail on us